So you're thinking about moving to Colleyville, Texas, but you're looking for that bird's eye view explanation of how's everything laid out, right? Where are you in relationship to Dallas and everything else around you? Well, that's exactly what we're going to cover in this video here today. I'm going to take you onto my computer and take you on a full map tour throughout Colleyville, show you maybe some of the safer neighborhoods and things like that. And if you watched our vlog tour through the streets of Colleyville, then this will provide some additional context to that video as well. And we're getting into it right now. Hey ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for the most thorough deep dive into all things Dallas, Texas, well, this is the channel that helps you do that. So I invite you to subscribe down below. Make sure you tap the bell for notifications so that you can stay up to date on the current market here in Dallas, Texas. We drop new videos every single week. My name is Jimmy Webb Jr. I'm a local real estate agent, born and raised here, and we're getting tons of calls and emails every single day from people just like you who are ready to make that move here in Dallas, and we absolutely love it. So if you are thinking about buying or selling here in the Dallas area, you got to reach out. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We'll jump on our calendar if you want to jump straight to a Zoom with us. Of course, that's our favorite, but whatever is easiest for you, we've got your back when making a smooth move here in Dallas, Texas, or in Colleyville, like we're talking about today. So without further ado, let's jump into my computer and I'll take you on a full map tour through Colleyville, Texas. All right, welcome to Colleyville, this highlighted area right here. But as always, let's zoom out, show you where you are in relationship to everything here. So let me bust out the pen tool. So Dallas, of course, you can see is over here. And so the easiest way is probably going to be to take 360 down to 183. And then you'll link up with I-35 right there. And then that'll take you straight into downtown Dallas. That's going to be about a 30-minute drive right there. So not too bad. And then you've got, of course, the DFW airport right here. So not even 15 minutes away. But there's only a north entrance and a south entrance into DFW. Most likely going to be, we'll get into the north side of Colleyville later, but you'll probably end up taking 114, taking up into the north side. Unless you live on the south side, then you'll take 183 and just up, right? So, but obviously super nice convenient to have such a major airport hub here in the United States. As far as the United States is concerned, what that's going to mean is a lot of non-stop flights. So of course, you're not having to stop in. Like a lot of Austin flights have to stop into DFW first before they can go to their final destination, right? There's a lot of international nonstop flights, right? So I went down to Puerto Rico for nonstop flight, right? Going to London nonstop, and so not only is it nonstop within the country, but it's international as well, which is super convenient especially if you travel quite a bit, right? And then if you want to go into Fort Worth over here, that's only going to be about 20 minutes away. So, obviously we're on the Fort Worth side of the airport over here. So, there's a number of ways to get there, depending on traffic. So probably I-20, go south on 35 right there, or you could take 183 down to 121 right into downtown Fort Worth as well if you wanted to do that. But yeah, so you've got a number of options right here. You're really situated kind of, obviously in the middle of the Metroplex, but more on the Fort Worth side, I would say. So yeah, a lot of Colleyvillians, I believe that's how you would say it. People who live in Colleyville, split between Fort Worth and Dallas because you've got access to both pretty much equally right here, right? So but yeah, let's get into, let me show you, let me get this. So of course, I always like to show where the Cowboys play down here as well, so you're not too far from that if you want to catch a Cowboy game. We're gonna do our best to convert you to a Cowboys fan when you come down here, but if you're not a Cowboy fan, then maybe go watch your team go play there in the stadium. Listen, I mean, the stadium is immaculate, right? So it's definitely a staple in the NFL. And so, you know, you got to go check it out at least once, right? So that's right here on the north side of Arlington. Of course, you have Six Flags right there as well. But just so you're aware too, so this is where the Texas Rangers, that new stadium was just built as well. We're super pumped about this retractable roof right here because here I'll show you the old stadium, recently renamed to Choctaw, but yeah, there's no roof here. And baseball is played in the summertime, right? And so you just imagine a bunch of Texas families coming out here and just getting baked like lobsters out here in the summer Texas sun, right? And so that wasn't too much fun. So they put the roof out, and it is. I got the chance to go to opening day, and it was absolutely beautiful on the inside with a capital B. I mean, it's gorgeous. You got to check it out at some point. But if you want to, you have this Texas Live where if you don't want to go inside the stadium but be around the atmosphere and everything, you can come hang out in Texas Live. They're always changing these pictures, but yeah, here's the upstairs balcony. You've got the TVs down there to the left. Anyway, it's just a bunch of bars all, you know, connected together. You got the courtyard. Sometimes they do concerts out in that courtyard. It's a big stage and everything. So you've got a big, you know, atmosphere that can hold, you know, hundreds if not thousands of people in there at a time. And yeah, have yourself a good time in between the stadiums right there. So anyway, let's get back to Colleyville. So let's hit some of the statistics here real quick. So population 26,000, so not too big, not too small. Median home value is 516. So of course that median home value is going to be a little bit higher than most suburbs here in DFW. I'm trying to write a K right here. I'm completely messing it up. But yeah, so 516,000 median home value. 96% of residents though own their home. So this is Colleyville is certainly a place where, you know, you're settling down, raising your family, setting the roots down, right? So that's kind of Colleyville, but it's, you know, an upper class neighborhood, I'd say. And let's see, median income is 163,000 right here. So, you know, people are doing very, very well for themselves on average here in Colleyville. Of course, I mean, listen, again, based on where you're located in the Metroplex, I mean, you're very central to everything. And I mean, you can get pretty much anywhere from Colleyville, you know. So, and of course, you have Southlake right above you as well, one of the better suburbs. Really, I would say Southlake and Highland Park are the two kind of top neighborhoods in the DFW Metroplex, and you know, that's based on schools as well, and and schools and median home price, right? So those are going to be the two you know, highest, and so Colleyville, you're going to get a little bit of that spillover from Southlake, you know, on the south side of Southlake, you know, into the north side of Colleyville right there. So that's kind of what's happening there. And then let's look at the schools, right? So so here's elementary and middle school. You got a bunch of 7s, 8s, and 9s, but then if we only look at the high school, there's two. You have, this is the main one, Colleyville Heritage over here off of 121 right here, pretty much right off the tollway. You have Covenant Christian over here as well, which is a private school, you know, private, I'm sorry, it's this one here. That's, you know, private Christian school right there. And then Grapevine Colleyville Collegiate Academy. Honestly, hadn't heard of that one, didn't know that one was there. And maybe for this reason, maybe because it's ranked a 5, nobody really talks about it. But yeah, you have some really phenomenal schools in, you know, leading up to high school, and then, you know, I think the vibe in Colleyville is, you know, once you get through middle school, then you might be looking at a private school option, right? So and you have a few over here on the north side of Arlington, into Keller as well. And so yeah, I believe so Grapevine Colleyville, which is connected here together. So Grapevine Colleyville is one ISD, GC ISD, and it's actually ranked the number 6th best school district in DFW. So you've got some really good schools really across the board, except of course for high school here in Colleyville, rated a 6 right there. So you know, if you got young ones, then you can definitely raise them up in Colleyville. Colleyville is a really great school. You know, one of my good friends from Green Hill, I went to a private school that's literally right around here, just, you know, basically 635 in the tollway right here. So, you know, they would take 114, jump over 635, and, you know, they would come to school every day like that, right? So you have that, you have Green Hill, you have Hockaday right in here, you have Preston, or St. Mark's off of Preston over here. Those are the top 3. But yeah, if you want to check out more about the schools, then we have that video. We'll link to that down below, so make sure you check that out if you're interested in hearing more about the schools and kind of where Grapevine Colleyville ranks amongst the best here in Dallas. But hey, if you're finding value from what we're talking about so far, please tap that like button down below. It would mean the world to us if you did that. Thank you so much. And make sure you are subscribed as well. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss the next video that we drop. So make sure you tap the bell for notifications as well while you're down there. But yeah, let's go through some of the better neighborhoods, and we'll go through, you know, some of the major streets in here as well. Now, I always like to pull up the purple map, okay, so we can look at some of the safer neighborhoods. So here's the deal on safety in Colleyville. So obviously, the lighter purple it is, the better, okay? So this area in this corridor between Pool Road and 26, which is Colleyville Boulevard, that's going to be the safest corridor right there. And then this whole side, really it's the more north you are in Colleyville, generally the better that it's going to be, right? Because on the south side, here, let's come back to the map and I'll show you. So you have, right? So you have South Lake right here to the north of you, and then you have Bedford on the south side. Bedford isn't the best neighborhood in Dallas. Let's just say that, right? And South Lake is one of the best. So on the north side up here, you know, this is where you're gonna have some nicer homes and things like that. And then the more southern you go, you know, I'm not saying that it's bad, but it's going to be closer to Bedford, which isn't the greatest, right? So generally speaking, as a rule of thumb, the more north you are, the more safe it's going to be, okay? So that's that. But yeah, let's jump into some of the major streets right here. So the main one is going to be 26, right? So this is, you know, it's 26, which might make you think it's a highway, but it's not a highway, but it is kind of it's a very fast street with stoplights, right? So it's kind of like the main street that certainly runs through Colleyville. Let's put it that way, okay? And then you have Pool Road, which will be pretty much your boundary on the east side over here, and then of course Hall Johnson Road feeds into 121, which will serve as kind of another boundary there. And then you have Cheeks-Barger Road right here. That'll be your border to the south. And then, of course, on this side, you got the Precinct Line. And then, well, yeah, when I was going through, I thought it would just end pretty much right there, or at Mid-Cities Boulevard right here. I thought all of this initially would be considered Colleyville, all of this down here, but I guess not. And then, yeah, Davis and Continental, but Continental is really a South Lake thing. So yeah, I guess you could see, so this little river right here is going to be your separator, you know, so you'll have the golf course right there, and then everything down here is going to be Colleyville. So everything south of the golf course, pretty much, Tiburon Country Club is going to be considered Colleyville. You've got some really nice homes up here, by the way, in here off of the golf course right there. So you've got some really nice homes there. You've got plenty of parks. So I always like to compare Colleyville a little bit to Irving, except Irving has a little bit more let's say tourist attractions, right? So like you have, you know, Toyota Music Factory, you have Cowboys Red River, which is that big honky-tonk dance floor right there. But Colleyville is a little bit more residential, a little bit more relaxed, a lot more parks sprinkled throughout, right? And so I've shown you a couple of those on the vlogs. And then, yeah, just a good mix of residential and commercial, right? And parks, basically, is kind of what Colleyville is all about. Of course, here close to the high school, you're gonna have some of your big box stores. You know, you've got your Hobby Lobby, you got your Target right there. You got your Lowe's over here. Let's see, you got the gym, of course, Dollar Tree, Thirsty Lion. That's a string or a franchise, I believe. Thirsty Lion, those pubs that they've got. I've got Raising Cane's. If you haven't had Raising Cane's, it's kind of like the In-N-Out but for chicken, right? So you've got some. I mean, it's like only 4 things on the menu, right? And it's really just chicken fingers, and I mean, you just get the combination that you want in there, right? So Panera is really good. Of course, you got to have your Chick-fil-A, Starbucks, very important, right? Oh, you've got a Londoner over here. I haven't been to this one. They have a Londoner over in North Dallas, closer to where I am, but Londoner was actually ranked the best pub or bar for watching soccer. They have an award. They have a trophy in there. One of the best pubs to watch soccer, basically. So if you're a soccer guy, or gal, then head to the Londoner. They have always got the games on, Champions League, early morning Premier League games, all that sort of stuff. They've got it on right there. But yeah, so that's going to be a main center right there. You've got the Walmart on that corner, on the southeast corner over there. You've got, and then over here we've got this side again, just a lot of parks. There are some new construction happening over on this south side as well. New construction, we talked about some of that in the vlog as well. I'm telling you, if you haven't watched the vlog, you've got to watch the vlog so that you can get a little bit more context here to what we're talking about as we walk you through the streets on that one. But yeah, I mean, pretty just a lot of houses on bigger lots as well. Of course, over here you have another commercial center. You've got the Kroger. You've got what else do we got over here? So Chick-fil-A once again. You got a Chili's. You got a coffee shop. Muy Pueblo. I haven't been to Muy Pueblo yet. Cotton Patch, AutoZone. You got all sorts of stuff over here. Okay, so and then of course you'll have access to South Lake Town Center over here, especially of course if you're on the north side. Very popular in here, South Lake Town Center. You can do a lot of high-end shopping over there. And then of course you have the Costco over here. You have a bunch of big box stores over here. You've got the Lowe's. You've got a bunch of stuff, TJ Maxx, Kohl's, all sorts of things over here. Okay. So yeah, let's see. I think that's a pretty good look. I mean, of course, yeah, you got the Walmart on this side. Yeah, we didn't go through here. So this is where I was in the intro. So you got the Whole Foods right there. Chipotle, of course, very important, right? And then up one block, basically, you got a few more things. Market Street is another kind of grocery store, coffee shops, some Vietnamese food, all sorts of stuff in here. So, so that's kind of Colleyville. Is again very residential, mixed with, of course your commercial centers where you can go get everything. But yeah, you're gonna have, depending on of course where you are. Of course, you got the main commercial section over here. You got a couple in the middle here, and then one on the outs, on the borders out here. But like if you're in this, kind of northeast corner over here, then yeah, I mean, you're gonna be pretty tucked away. I mean, especially up here in the golf course, it'll take you maybe a couple minutes to get out to a main street or get out to your closest grocery store and things like that. But yeah, easy traveling on 26 right here. So yeah, these two centers in the middle are going to be big hubs for sure. So, yeah, let's talk about, I mean, I know I mentioned briefly, we talked about South Lake, of course. On the north side, you've got Bedford, you've got Euless creeping up into this area right here. Hearst, so HEB is Hearst, Euless, and Bedford. That whole area is going to be down on this side. You got North Richland Hills over here as well. Oh, NRH 2O, I forgot about that. So if you don't want to go all the way down to down over here, so there's Hurricane Harbor over here. It's going to be on the other side of the highway, somewhere over here. Yeah, here it is, Hurricane Harbor. Well, oh, it's temporarily closed for the winter time. So, but NRH 2O is kind of like a Hurricane Harbor, just a big water park over here. So that's what NRH 2O is. And then of course you're going to have Keller, which is a really nice area. So yeah, so Keller, South Lake, and like this north side of Colleyville, all kind of, you're getting kind of that South Lake vibe kind of creeping over into, you know, some of these other areas. Of course, Westlake and Trophy Club on this side. Grapevine a little bit. You know, Grapevine has some nice historical districts as well. So you got some cool stuff going on there as well. But yeah, and then Flower Mound north of the lake over here. So you got some pretty cool neighborhoods surrounding you here. You know, like I mentioned earlier, you know, HEB, Bedford down here isn't the best. So, you know, again, the more north you are, the quote unquote safer it's going to be. Not to say that it's not safe down here, but it's just going to be safer on the north side. Okay, so yeah, hope this helps. And if Colleyville is where you want to be, of course, you got to reach out. You know, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, jump on our calendar. If you want to jump straight to a Zoom with us, of course, that's our favorite. But, you know, whatever's easiest for you, you know, we've got your back. We're making a smooth move out here. And yeah, hey, if you found value, again, please tap that like button down below. It would mean the world to us if you did that. Make sure you're subscribed as well. Tap the notifications so you don't miss the next one. And yeah, if you are continuing your research here, I want to invite you, tap on the Dallas, Texas Living name down below, and that'll take you to our main channel page where you can use the search bar on that page to look up whatever it is that you're looking for. And if I, you know, odds are we've done it, but if I haven't put it up yet, let me know in the comments down below. I respond to everybody, so would love to get the conversation going down in the comment section. And if you don't know where to go from here, you can, or you should see some videos popping up on the end screen right now. They can definitely point you in the right direction. Of course, we do a ton of different styles of videos here on this channel. So whichever one of those is popping out to you, make sure you click on that. And until the next video, I'll see you around town.